And now we have our next guest, Jackie. Now, Jackie leads the 1950s Women of Wales group, and Jackie is calling for a public inquiry to expose the truth about the impact of the state pension age changes on 1950s women. Hi, Jackie.
Hi there. Just a quick correction. I don't actually lead the group in Wales. I actually lead our group in Pembrokeshire and Carmarthen West, who feed into the large group across Wales.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
Yeah.
So,
it's
Jackie.
quite confusing.
No, it's okay. Welcome back to the show. Really welcome. Can you tell us what 50s women's group there are in Wales and what they've been doing to get pensions back for the 50s women?
Yeah, there are quite a few different 50s groups in Wales, but as I said, we align ourselves to the largest group, which was actually formed nearly a decade ago by a lady called Kay Clark from Cardiff and the Vale, and they're called the 1950s Women of Wales and Beyond. Now, since the inception of the group, everybody, and not just a few of us, but everybody has worked tirelessly lobbying Parliament, the Senedd, known as our Welsh Parliament, trade unions, TUC, Wales TUC, Unison, Unite, Royal College of Nursing, etc., other organisations like Age UK, and as well as recently, at the beginning of this year, we actually managed in Wales to have a voice with the APPG and the Select Committee, because we've been nearly 10 years without anybody listening to us in Wales.
Yeah.
As a group, we do our utmost to work with majority of other 50s groups across the whole of the UK, not just here in Wales, by an umbrella group called Pension Partners for Justice. And that was founded some time ago by, Kay Clark and two other ladies called Dee Wild Kearney and Linda Wyatt. So, as you can see, we have been doing a lot of work for nearly a decade.
Yeah. What support have they had from the Welsh Parliament, by the way?
Oh, well, where would I start? The support from Welsh Parliament has actually been phenomenal. We've worked closely with the Senedd members for years, including the likes of Helen Mary Jones, Delys Jewell, Sioned Williams and Iowan Bellin from Plaid Cymru, along with the leader of Plaid Cymru, Rhyn Ap Iorwerth. And we've also worked an invaluable work, we've got to say, with Jane Hutt, Jeremy Miles and Mick Antonou from Welsh Labour. So we're working across party. So we've had face-to-face meetings, we've had rallies, petitions, motions. Obviously the support has been absolutely unwavering, and which we are grateful for, because, as I said just now, we've been ignored by Westminster for far too long, which is unacceptable and discriminatory, especially as we are the largest group in Wales.
Yeah, absolutely. And the support with the Welsh Parliament, how has this translated into support from both individual MPs and political parties in Wales?
The work we've done with the MPs and what we call them Senedd members in our Welsh Parliament has, earlier this year, resulted in a very successful plenary back in March, led by Delys Jewell from Plaid Cymru, whereby Mick Antonou, who was the Counsel General for Wales, still is the Counsel General for Wales, he drew up the ask for all 50s women by Welsh Parliament, which was based on proven discrimination and full maladministration. And Welsh Parliament have called for compensation for specific economic loss, compensation for the impact of that loss, and what nobody else has asked for, we're asking for posthumous payments for those who are no longer with us.
Yeah.
When you think of, 3.8 million women impacted, over 280,000 have died during this campaign alone, with one dying every 13 minutes. And you think just on this show tonight, 4 more women will have died.
Yeah.
And I think the posthumous payments, we lost a very prominent lady recently in Wales by the name of Sue Jarman, and we had her funeral yesterday. And it's only fitting people like Sue have these posthumous payments after campaigning for so long.
Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen now with the result of this recent election? Do you think it's going to be good news for 50s women?
I hope so. I think we need to remember that we have spent over 2 years working with Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell, putting together that £58 billion fully costed proposal on the run-up to the 2019 election.
Yeah.
But that was ignored. But why? You know, the ask from Welsh Parliament has been ignored by the previous UK government and the DW minister that was Mel Stride. Why? You know, as a group, we've already contacted Keir Starmer and Liz Kendall, asking about mediation with the leaders of all 50s women's groups, not just one group. We've also asked the new Secretary of State for Wales, Jo Stevens, to support the ask of Welsh Parliament, which I hope she will do. And we've already approached Delis Jewell to put a new motion before Welsh Parliament asking the Council General to send the ask again to Keir Starmer, Rachel Reeves, Liz Kendall and Annalise Dodds.
Right.
We've also asked the Welsh Parliament to support the request for the mediation between Liz Kendall as the DW Minister and the leaders of all groups. And, you know, before the general election, Kay Clark, from the founder of our group, she raised a government petition calling for a public inquiry, which we want to expose the truth and to get the appropriate financial redress that these women deserve. The petition hit 10,000 very, very quickly. But obviously was stopped then because of the general election. We're hoping that will be started again if the UK Labour government continue to fail to protect the enforceable rights of the 50s women and continue, you know, it's a breach of domestic and international laws in relation to the raising the state pension age. We know the PHSO, the Ombudsman investigation, was flawed from the outset, and his recommendations alone cannot be used in any financial settlement. I think it would be unlawful to do so. The leader of Plaid Cymru, Rhyn ap Iorwerth, stated last week that Plaid will support such a public inquiry if it's needed. And we always say, where there's a right, there's a remedy. You know, the former government, as everybody knows, saved over 181 billion by raising the SPA. And as of 31st of March this year, there was a surplus of 88.3 billion of national insurance money sitting in the CRND fund.
Yes.
So the money is there to resolve this campaign.
Yes.
So all we need now is the political will to do it. And I think by all groups coming together with Labour government, we can get this political will to happen.
Yes, I really, really hope so. I just have to think positively at the moment and hope so. I really do. Now, obviously, we've asked you to choose your chosen song track.
I have.
Would you like to introduce it and we'll play it for you? But before you do that, thank you very much, Jackie.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me. It's been
you're
a
welcome.
Pleasure. We've chosen, we've talked about this as a group, not just me. We've decided to use the song by Pink called What About Us?
Yes.
The reason being, Pink believed that the US government had failed its people, and that song actually sends a message about those who feel unheard or forgotten, and that is like us. So we're sending this message now to the UK government. We're feeling unheard and forgotten, and it's time for them to sit up and listen.
Sock it to them.
Absolutely. Just about.